Hello, welcome back for part 2. We're going to be talking about heatless curls. This is part 2. Last week we were talking about wedding hair indecision. You're having trouble. One day you've got it figured out and you're wearing your hair down. The next day you're wearing it up and you just can't decide. So my biggest tip last week was to wear your hair in each fitting a few different ways. That way you can get prepped for your hair trial and your professional hair and makeup person, but you need to narrow down what you think looks good on you with your dress and what's camera ready from all angles. I've been doing heatless curls for about a year now. I've found some ways of saving time and getting the best results, so I want to share those with you. This is especially helpful if you're kind of like that tomboy or you're really busy and your schedule is crazy and you just can't see yourself spending the time to curl your hair the morning of your appointment, or you just like the idea of saving your hair from the heat and damage and you want to try to get more healthy hair. This video is for you. If you watch this video all the way to the end, I'm going to share with you all my little tricks that I've learned from this past year. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do new videos on Wednesdays. You can purchase an official heatless hair kit on Amazon or any website. A lot of local businesses make a kit. Here's what you need to try your heatless curls. Find a scarf in your closet. I liked the felt or fleece softer style because the silky ones didn't hold my hair very well, but these kind of give it a little traction and make them stay all night. You'll also need 2 scrunchies. You can probably do this with hair ties, but since we're talking about saving our hair from damage, I found these to be so easy and soft to sleep on. You'll also need a hair clip to put in the middle to hold it in place. This one's really great because it holds everything with my long thick hair, but I've also used the smaller clips and they work just fine. Some hairspray or styling spray. If you use dry shampoo, I recommend putting this in at night and then putting your heatless curls in. That way when you wake up in the morning, everything's ready to go and you don't have to mess with it too much. The first thing I do is brush through my entire hair, so that way in the morning when I wake up, it's not frizzy or knotted and everything feels really good. And then I'm going to add a little bit of dry shampoo into my roots. And then I'm going to part my hair down the center. I typically wear my curls down the center, but sometimes I'll part them on the side as well. And this does not have to be perfect. It just needs to be comfortable. So now that we have it parted on the center, we're ready to put in our heatless curls. Now we're going to take our scarf, find the center of the scarf here, and we're going to place this in the middle of our hair and use one of our clips. Like that, and we're going to remove this clip before we go to sleep, so it can be any size clip. It just needs to hold the scarf into place. You're going to clear the hair away from the scarf, and you're going to grab about the same amount of hair that you would put into a curling iron. And if you don't curl your hair very often, you're just going to grab a small pinch of hair. If your hair is really thin, then you're going to practice this and play with it. You're going to wrap it around one time with each bundle of hair, and it almost feels like you're braiding. And so now I've got 2 strands and I'm going to pull this all into one. The more space you give between each pull, the looser your curl. There have been times where I've done a really tight curl because I wanted to try it out and see what that would look like. The other thing is you'll notice yourself pulling it away from your head. You're going to want to try to keep it close to your head, and you can just tighten it up like this. That way when you go to sleep, it doesn't loosen up too much. I've grabbed a chunk of hair. I'm pulling it into this other hand using this, and I'm not worried so much about it being perfect. The first few times I did this, it didn't go as smooth as it's going today. From practicing and just getting this down, you're going to figure out what works best for your hair. My daughter's hair is about shoulder length, a little past her shoulders, and I do this with her hair. It makes mornings so easy. I just pull this out, and now she's pretty independent because I've taught her how to pull this and style it, and she can do her own hair in the morning, and it looks so pretty and cute. Now that we've gotten to the end here, we're going to wrap this little piece around, and this is my favorite part about using a felt scarf, and this is something I couldn't do with the kit that I purchased online. You're going to take this around and wrap it as if this is going to be your protector. And I just let go. I don't worry about what's going to happen here because this holds it. How's your day going? Now we got the scrunchie. And I like to start at the top And if you're a perfectionist, this is going to drive you a little bit nuts. You might have some questions. But if you're practicing and figuring it out, you're going to see that 3 is what I'm doing. So I like to put 1 at the top so it stays nice and secure, and then I do 1 in the middle, and then I put 1 at the end. And then you can move this down and protect that little twist of hair that was down here. If you went a little too far from your head, you can tighten it up, and it doesn't take much time at all to redo it. The other thing might happen is you might have little pulls of hair right here in the back of your head, and all I do is just relax that a little bit. That way when I go to bed, it doesn't drive me nuts, and I don't have like 1 hair pulling on me the entire night. That is not comfortable. The other thing that happens to me is sometimes I'll miss some hair down here. So you want to take the time to take a look and make sure you didn't miss like a whole section of hair. If you are a new bride, I want to welcome you to Ava's Bridal Couture in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. We can shop in person and help you find your dream dress, help you with alterations. But if you live out of state, we offer so many great online courses that are affordable, where you get the best of me and I get to spend that quality time with you. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm holding it over here while I grab the next section. And you can also try this with different scarves to see which one gives you the best results. Since I wear my hair curly so much, I find that this looser natural curl works best for me. The first couple of times I tried heatless curls, I didn't get the results I truly wanted. It took a little bit of practice, and I feel like I trained my hair on how to get the look that I wanted. My daughter has really thin, short hair, so I haven't had any issues with her, but I have used a different scarf for her so that it's a little thinner. Okay, so now I'm all set. What do you think? I'm gonna adjust the back and make sure it's comfortable to sleep in. Ah, it's so crazy. Your spouse will get to know you in a new way. You'll be like, hey babe, what's going on? When you have long hair and you don't wash it every day, it gets so sweaty, and you just, having it put up at night makes a huge difference. Now we're gonna go to sleep. We're gonna wake up in the morning feeling fresh. It's not like pink rollers that you sleep in at night and you're like ready to shoot yourself in the morning because you didn't sleep well at all. Kel's gonna take me away. Just kidding. Okay, so then I go in and I go ahead and brush the top of my hair. The other thing that happens over time is in the back, because you part your hair down the middle and you're sleeping on it all the time, you'll notice that you'll have to kind of retrain this part of your hair. So a lot of times I'll grab a section and I will give it a little bit of texture and back combing here. Now it's time to hear from you. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this today, and tell me in the comments below if you're gonna try this, or if you've gotten addicted and you fell in love and you're teaching everyone about this. Let me know in the comments below. And then sometimes I do brush through the curls. Don't be afraid to do this if you've practiced a few times. This side I did a brushed version, and this side I left a little bit more untouched. Now it's time for a little bit of spray, and I like to spray it in the back and get it calmed down, and I'm ready to go. I know this video is going to help you, especially if you don't do your hair curly very often and you can't imagine the time trying to get it all perfect. Wear your hair curly so that way you can pull it up, and with it being curly, you're going to have better results doing something with your hair for your fitting. That way you'll save so much time and headache. And if you like this over time, like I did it once, I did it a few times, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing it every day, and I'm gonna do it to my daughter. She's gonna love it. And now the two of us have Heatless Curls. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I can't wait to see you on Instagram, and go rock your week. Mwah!